Welcome guys to another episode of The Shake and Bake, and today we bring you something special to my heart. This is the secret project that's in Southern California. I have another secret project in another country, but 1992 Nissan Silvia. It is a authentic right-hand drive Nissan Silvia that was imported from Japan. It is the old Final Connection demo car, so it's got a lot of cool history behind it. It was used to show off some of the Final Connection aero kits as well as over fenders in multiple shows in Japan. I got this car through a really close buddy of mine from Northern California, and I've had this car in my possession basically for about a month, and I'm really excited to debut the car to you guys and also to talk about some of the things that I've been working on for the last 30 days. But yeah, let's jump right in. Basically, it's got an Origin Type 2 silver carbon fiber hood. There's only 3 of these in the States that I know of for the S13 Silvia. It's got Origin Type 3 overs as well as a D-Max Type 3 aero kit. Obviously the car was not imported to the States in this condition. It had an old Final Connection aero kit that had molded on over fenders for the rear, but all of that was decimated, and this is the way the car sits now and how we have it. It's got basically the Advan TC2s in the front, 17 9.5 plus 12. In the rear, I've got the Advan TC3s, 18 11 plus 15. Right now I'm just going to keep the wheels as they are, and I'm not going to change anything with it. Let's go and jump into the interior so I can show you guys some of the stuff that I've got on it. So, like I said, this is an actual right-hand drive Silvia, no conversion or anything like that. It's a real Silvia. Basically, what I've done so far to the interior is I went ahead and I put on a 330 millimeter Nardi wood grain because the stock wheel that it came with was kind of really ugly, some random eBay shit. I went ahead and I put the stock 90 S13 seats, cleaned up the carpet, threw a new shift knob on there. I've been doing a lot of wiring cleanup because there's been a lot of stuff on the car that has been neglected. But I fixed all the old wiring crap. There used to be a bunch of wiring hanging out from underneath the kick panel. Cleaned it all up, got it all back to factory. Power windows are working, the power folding mirrors are working, everything's working as needed or as expected. The car has basically 91,000 kilometers, which translates to about 55,000 miles. So the actual chassis has really low miles, and you can kind of tell just from the way the car feels in general. Like, the doors don't have any play at all. If you kind of try to wiggle the hinge up and down, there's no play in the hinge, and everything closes very nicely, and everything looks awesome. Little things that I've been working on in the engine bay. As most Silvias from Japan, they're powered by an SR20 DET. This is a turbocharged version. I believe the chassis is it's a K's variant of the Silvia. What I've done to this car so far, so I basically went ahead and there was an old Japanese battery that wasn't even working anymore, so I ripped that out and I put a Braille, the 11.5 pound battery. I put a GK Tech the overflow for the coolant system because it was just a can, like a Sapporo can. Some things that I still need to do is I need to go ahead and take the stock fuel pressure regulator out. I ordered a SARD fuel pressure regulator, so I'm going to be putting the adjustable fuel pressure regulator and dialing that down. I did change the thermostat to a Nismo unit, and I installed a new water pump because the old water pump was starting to leak. It was the old original red top water pump, but I went ahead and I put an S13 water pump, which is an upgrade. It's not going to cavitate at high RPMs, and it works much more efficiently. I went ahead and I put the black silicone hoses for the radiator. I changed the spark plugs. The original spark plugs were really filthy. I went ahead and I did all of the wiring for the headlights because all the original wiring was cut and chopped off. So I went ahead and put all the wiring back in. I got LED headlights, LED corner lights, LED turn signals for the corner lights, and the LED turn signals for the front bumper. So everything in the front end is all LED now. If you come around here, what we've got, it came with the, so I'm going to be keeping that. I like that manifold. I went ahead and added a catch can. There was no catch can originally, and I feel like you must run a catch can so you're not putting too much crankcase oil and fumes into your intake system. I got the PBM intake. I also got a new air filter because the original one was filthy, and also has a powered by max downpipe. The turbo that's on this car is basically it's a hybrid turbo. It's a T28, T25 hybrid turbo from a company in Las Vegas. Their name is skipping off my head, but I have a lot of guys that have run this turbo, like Kyle Renaro. He's basically Pro Shop Noble. He has that turbo on his S14. And so do some other dudes from the run up team. So it's a cool turbo, and it's an upgrade from the T25 that's originally on the red top. And in terms of suspension, it also has a powered by max high mount and a Koyo radiator, which is a nice upgrade for sure from the factory. So the response is really good on the car, and I'm excited to be able to get to drift it soon, hopefully in about the next month or so. But in terms of suspension, it's got fully adjustable rear suspension. It also has a Nismo two-way LSD, so it already has a clutch type LSD that works really well. What else? The suspension is really old JIC Magics that are not really height adjustable, hence why the ride height of the car is kind of a little monster truck 4x4 looking. But I'm going to be getting either stance or powered by max coilovers to be able to lower it and get it on the right stance level and get it kind of nice and low. Also, it has the B knuckle. So I'm excited to try out the knuckle kit. I've never really messed with a knuckle kit. I've always stuck with stock knuckles on my cars, so I'm excited to feel what it is to have like a quick steer, high angle knuckle. And those knuckles, by the way, are made by Naoki, and also the guys from Animal Style. The Heat Maker knuckle is also like an offshoot of that. Yeah, I mean that's kind of that's like in a nutshell pretty much what I've done. I've also changed the radiator fluid, the engine oil, of course, the trans fluid and the diff fluid. I've went ahead and serviced all the fluids, and I've just been cleaning up the car, kind of lining up the front end, getting the bumper to fit right. Got the fitment on the fender right here with the bumper, got that all nice because before it was kind of sloppy. Got the corner light with the headlight, you know, the brick. All of this was not as you see it. And yeah, just put in a lot of work in the car for the last 30 days, but I'm really excited. It's something that I've always wanted to have, is basically a right-hand drive car that I can learn and continue driving and expanding my driving knowledge. But yeah, I mean, I've wanted to kind of showcase this car earlier, but I wanted to put some work in it first, just to show some of the things that I've done and not just kind of go around and just talk about it. But yeah, it's a 1992 Nissan Silvia K, and it's the old Final Connection demo car. Anyway, guys, thank you for sticking through and getting to have the opportunity to check out this reveal. This is my stateside new project car. Of course, an S chassis, because that's just what I love, and that's what I love to build. And besides this car and my motorcycle and my motor build, those are the things that we'll be updating you guys with. So thank you guys again, and stay tuned to the next episode. Get this thing on the road, on the streets of LA.
Nice, subscribe and comment, baby. There you go.